And we're back. So we have our special guest host, Ello C, here. And it's not for no reason, but I wanted to get his thoughts on the top 20 of his top 20, or top 5 2020 albums. So thus far.
Damn. I mean, like, when you hit me up on it, I didn't really think that I'd have to like categorize it with like top to bottom. But I'm just gonna say 5 albums that I've been listening to in 2020, if that's cool with you. No particular order. Revenge of the Dreamers by Dreamville. I'm sure everyone's heard that. Have you guys heard of that album?
Yeah, man.
Great album. I mean, J. Cole, and like they had the sessions as well on YouTube and how they came together and made that record. So
Yeah, that was the thing, man. Like everyone went to
so cool.
the studio.
I mean, that's what everyone wants. That's like a dream of mine, like Dreamville. But like to have like a sort of studio session in one building and have people come in. And,
If you had your own label, like J. Cole's Dreamville, and then you have TDE with Kendrick, what would you call it? What's your label called?
oh, I don't know. I don't want to announce it publicly, but you know, it could happen.
It's in the works. That's why.
I don't know. I mean, like, I've thought about it before, but like, there's no official title.
I could see you as the Nick Fury of Sydney hip hop. You're forming these alliances, and yeah, I know. I can feel an Avengers coming on.
I just like rap, bro. I like the local community, how it's just growing with MCs and hip hop artistry is like at its strongest.
Love it.
But like I've experienced a bit of it, and I've hung out with some pretty like, you know, OG veteran dudes that have really pitched a lot of game to me.
Yeah, man.
So shout outs.
And now you're the OG veteran dude.
You just need an eye patch. You just need an eye patch now.
Yeah, again there. I mean, like, you know, just enjoying my life with hip hop, and you know, ain't gonna put the mic down just yet. So
nice.
But yeah,
Nice.
so Revenge of the Dreamers by Dreamville, The Allegory by Royce the 5'9".
Dope. Yeah.
Nats, can you give me your just a quick download how you thought of what you thought of the album?
I loved it, man. I love how Royce can put out. It's very rare to find artists these days that can put an entire album, and I mean not just like a track list, like literally his tracks, sort of down to the skits, to the instrumentals he chooses. I don't know if he produced the whole thing, but I know Royce produces now. But
yeah, I think he did. A majority
he
of it he did. Yeah,
and it's
bro.
actually
all of it, man. Yeah.
And it's actually fucking dope. It's actually really. I was like, fuck. These beats are sick, and then I realized he produced it as well. But I just feel like Royce is one of those rappers that just get better with time, man. Literally his skill set has just increased. While most start off big, they have their like, you know, their
decline.
They're Illmatic. They've got their Reasonable Doubt, their Marshall Mathers LP. Then they decline from there. Royce, I don't know how the fuck he's doing it. It's probably sobriety.
It's the other way around, huh?
It's the other way around, and you don't see that. It's very rare. What do you
As
think,
rappers,
man?
As rappers, I want to point out to that and touch on that a bit. Like, would you rather have a smash straight off the bat, and then not knowing what's gonna happen next, and just feel like a downhill, or would you like to have your career progress upwards as you go on? And then you haven't reached your peak until like probably towards the end.
I mean, it's usually like you want the second option in this scenario, right? Because like a lot of people out there, like, yes, you always want to make the best song, you always want to get that attention, but then in the long run, you don't want to be that one hit wonder. You want to continually put out good stuff, and you want people to know you as this entire body of work, not just this single song.
Yeah,
which is kind of hard because like everyone wants to make a first impression that's really good, so they put their best foot forward. And then the flip side of that is that you'll end up like maybe giving all your best shit up front on the first album, and then the rest of your discography will be like medium
rubbish
stuff compared to your top shit that you just dropped at the start. So I think you have to balance out a game plan to not give all your best shit out on the first go.
I think pressure makes diamonds, man. Because like Royce is the perfect example of someone. He was in the shadow of Eminem. Like literally, Eminem blew up, and he was the hype man. He was signed to a smaller deal, and he was blackballed by the industry, like Detroit, because of his beef with D12. He was kind of outcasted as well. He's always been the underdog, no matter what. I feel like he's only finally like rightfully getting his like place, not just being next to Eminem or like under Eminem. He's becoming his own, and I think that's very hard to do for any artist. Like, it doesn't even matter if it's hip hop, most of the most iconic, like legendary groups or musicians, all their classics start off. It's the fall from grace story. Everyone has that, the rise and the fall. Whereas it's so rare to see someone like Royce. He's the true definition of someone that just, despite all odds, you know, he was hated in his own hometown. He had numerous shit album deals, you know, all that shit. He's always been a great rapper, but he's literally, dope sauce. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I highly rate that album. I feel like these years now we're finding out more about who Royce is as a person through the album before this album as well.
Oh man,
and sort of the moves that he's making now. And he went on like an epic press run with this as well. Like he dropped this album when he was like on everything, just like talking about.
He's at that age where he can talk that mature
Definitely.
shit.
Very.
He's got that experience,
yeah.
and like so you have a different press run than you would say a young gun.
Of course, yeah. He's definitely got a lot more to say because he's experienced more and is, you know, on that veteran status. But good album in my opinion.
Love it.
Moving on, Music to Be Murdered by Eminem. I mean, like that came out just on the spot. I remember I was in Officeworks. And I checked my phone and I was like, "What the fuck, bro?" Eminem dropped a double album.
What were you doing?
I was like, "I gotta go." Huh?
What were you doing?
Oh man, I was like, I was at work. I was at work and we had to collect something from Officeworks.
Getting some stationery.
And I got
supplies.
that notification on Spotify and I'm like, "Fuck, man, shit, I'm gonna play this shit when I get home, man."
Yeah.
Like, and I thought
So
that
where he was giving you the music to be murdered by while you're getting the utensils
yeah,
to murder
it
with.
just came out. I was just like, damn. I had to stop for a second. I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for this. Like what Nat said when in the past episode, when it just came, you're just like, oh fuck, you have to prepare yourself for these Eminem drops, because you don't know how Marshall be going in these days. Yeah. So yeah, Music to Be Murdered by.
That's a great album title in there as well.
I mean, no one can Eminem as good as Eminem. He just does this Eminem
anything
thing,
to do
like,
with like Hitchcock and shit. Like
Yeah.
I love that inspiration.
Yeah, but I'll rate that album. I love that track with Young M.A.
Yeah.
Unaccommodating.
That was one of the standouts, man.
Yeah, so
Nice.
left is shady. Moving on. What Would Sheen Gun Do by Griselda.
Oh yeah.
I mean, DeAndre is he's that one dude I'd love to talk to about this group. I feel like they're still very, 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 like they're still very new in a way. Like everyone's only just now discovering where they're at, but following.
I think you guys are creating a Griselda of Sydney. I swear.
Oh,
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that in the interview. I want to be like, who's the Conway of the group? Who's the all that shit? I want to get into that. I reckon that'll be a good conversation.
It's just good to have a group like Griselda exist at the moment. You know, it's like there's a lot of shit going down, and
man,
it's just like
especially the type of music they're putting out.
So good.
It's a throwback, but at the same time, it keeps to like it's fresh.
Yeah,
It's not one of those things where it's a throwback and it just seems old styles. It seems outdated. No, man.
I love it when they incorporate like 90s like movies clips to their music.
Yeah.
Just like how Wu-Tang did with martial arts movies. And you combine that with their music and that just paints the entire picture. And you're just like,
Love that shit.
Yeah, so that's another album that I rate.
Nice.
Last one. I'll have to bring it back to the home court, homeland, the home ground. Octagon by Chillin' It.
I need to check that out.
Yeah. I think that album was solid as fuck. Like, I think this dude's been putting on for a while, man. And like the stuff that he comes out with, like, is incredible.
Yeah, man, he's making some noise, man.
Bro, he's killing it. He's chilling it, bro. But I think because a lot of dudes in that section are dropping single by single, I think for him to come out with a solid album like that was like, very what do you call it? What's that word? Monumental in the Sydney scene,
man.
in my opinion.
Like the scene needed it.
Yeah.
It just seems. All right, I'll check out that album.
Yeah,
man.
check it out, bro. Octagon, man.